Hey everyone, Brielle here, and welcome back to Loot and Lantern. ESO's Update 50 is getting pretty close now, and is expected to release sometime in June, but players are already able to jump in early because the update is currently live on the public test server. There are actually quite a few new systems being introduced in this update, including difficulty adjustments for overland content, PvP progression changes, improvements to Tamriel Tomes, dynamic encounters appearing across the world, a new favor system, additional quest content, and much more. So in this video, we're going to take a quick first look at some of the biggest features currently available on the PTS. Just keep in mind that the features shown here are from the public test server, so some of them may change before the update officially releases. One of the biggest additions coming with Update 50 is the challenge difficulty system. For a long time, one of the most common criticisms ESO has received is that overland content can feel a little too easy, especially for players with stronger builds or higher champion point levels. This new system is designed to address that by allowing players to increase the difficulty of their overland experience. Players can choose from several difficulty tiers that significantly change how combat plays out. Enemies become much more dangerous, fights take longer, and players will need to rely more on their builds and mechanics to survive. The tiers currently listed on the PTS are Adventurer, which is the default difficulty, Seasoned, where you take 100% more damage, you deal 20% less damage, you receive 50% more gold, and you gain 20% more XP. Master, you take 300% more damage, you deal 50% less damage, you receive 100% more gold, and you gain 75% more XP. And lastly, Vestige. You take 600% more damage, you deal 80% less damage, receive 200% more gold, and gain 100% more XP. So while the higher tiers make enemies dramatically more dangerous, they also offer significantly better rewards for players willing to take on that extra challenge. It's a system that could give veteran players a much tougher overland experience while still keeping the default difficulty accessible for newer players. Update 50 is also introducing a new PvP Veterancy system, which will arrive sometime during Season 0 and adds a new progression path for players who regularly participate in PvP activities. Progress within the system is primarily earned through alliance points, although some XP gains will contribute as well. Each season will include 100 ranks for players to progress through, and a full season is expected to last around 6 months. As players move through those ranks, they'll unlock a variety of rewards including cosmetics, titles, consumables, and perks. Some of these rewards unlock automatically as you progress, while others will need to be claimed manually. Once players reach the maximum rank, they'll also be able to continue earning repeatable rewards, giving PvP players additional incentives to keep participating throughout the season. Another major feature being introduced alongside this system is the Vengeance campaign. This will be a full-time Cyrodiil campaign designed to support much larger battles than normal. The mode includes modified abilities, preset loadouts, unique perks, and a significantly higher population cap. Some additional details about this campaign include that it will run on a 30-day cycle, Veterancy perks will be applied to loadouts while playing Vengeance, new loadout skills are available for Soldier, Vanguard, Battle Medic, and Scout, Grey Host will remain available while Raven Watch, Ice Reach, and Black Reach will be removed for now. According to the developers, they'll be monitoring population numbers after launch and may adjust campaigns if needed. Tamriel Tomes, ESO's Battle Pass style system introduced with Season 0, is also receiving some improvements in Update 50. I've actually enjoyed how this system works so far, so it's nice to see it already being expanded. Some of the new updates include players can switch between owned tomes and spend tome points on whichever one they choose. Up to 2,000 tome points can carry over to the next tome. Extra rerolls can be purchased beyond the 5 weekly rerolls, starting at 500 gold. Weekly challenges can be repeated once bonus pages are reached. These changes should give players a little more flexibility with how they progress through tomes and spend their rewards. Another new system being introduced is dynamic encounters. These are new types of open world events that can appear across different areas of the map. These encounters involve completing objectives as the event unfolds. From the patch notes and what I've seen so far on the PTS, some of the first encounters include Vampire Hunt, Farm of Flame, and Bilsa's Delivery. Each encounter has its own objectives and tasks that players will need to complete in order to finish the event and earn rewards. These encounters will respawn across the overworld roughly every 30 minutes, meaning players will regularly run into them while traveling or exploring. Overall, this system seems designed to add more activity to the overworld and make exploration feel a little more dynamic instead of relying only on the same static events. Update 50 is also introducing something called the Favor system. Favors allow players to continue helping characters and factions they've encountered throughout previous storylines in ESO. Instead of those characters disappearing after their questlines end, this system allows players to revisit them and complete additional tasks tied to those story arcs. By completing favors, players can earn rewards while also continuing to interact with familiar NPCs and locations throughout the world. It's another way ESO is trying to connect older content with newer systems and give players more reasons to revisit areas they may not have been to in a while. This is probably the part I'm most excited about, and that's the new PvE questing content coming with Update 50. The update introduces a new Thieves Guild questline set in Glenumbra, along with another storyline that involves the return of Sheogorath. The Thieves Guild storyline includes 8 story quests along with finder quests, and it will also open up additional areas in Glenumbra for players to explore. The Sheogorath storyline includes 6 story quests that take players through both new and familiar locations across Tamriel. Players will also be able to earn rewards from these quests, including items, a new pet, and even a new emote. Overall, Update 50 is shaping up to be a pretty interesting update for ESO. And since the features we looked at today are currently on the public test server, some of them could still change before the final release. Between adjustable difficulty for overland content, the new PvP Veterancy system, improvements to Tamriel Tomes, dynamic encounters appearing across the world, the favor system, and new PvE quest content, there's quite a bit being introduced with this update. If you want more ESO guides, updates, and gaming content, make sure to check out Loot and Lantern, and I'll see you in the next one.